Let's move on, child.
Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children. Where in the world do women who are average to above average, look average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
Kevin, I'm working on myself. So if I
No,
was
ma'am,
to
I asked a
look,
very specific question. It's not, no, because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there. Can I?
Yeah.
And
So you
see,
mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds and
80
I take
years
care,
ago, 80 years ago with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
you said 80
80
years ago,
years ago. 80
was she?
years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men?
Well,
80 years
I don't
ago.
know. Maybe not. No.
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am. So this one I want you guys to understand, especially in the black community.
Okay.
You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination, and I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair. But listen.
I'm listening.
But the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one.
So I heard someone say that this woman is not really listening to Kevin. And this makes a real good businesswoman, her persistence, because she said she was in business for herself. Also, I personally like her. I like how cool she is. She's not getting nasty. She just really doesn't understand because society has lied to her, dating coaches like Derek Jackson and, all of these, that kind of bullshit women have told her that, she's a bomb, she's a goddess, and that she can get whomever she wants. And no one's ever broke down reality to this woman hardcore enough to where she can wake up and accept what's really the cards that are being laid on the table.
I'm gonna be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
But Kevin, I talk to pretty good high value. I go on dates with high caliber men.
Yes, they will go on dates with you. They will talk to you. They'll have sex with you.
We talk about marriage.
What?
We talk about marriage.
Okay. So now I'm not saying that she's lying, but I just think it's a little unusual that now all of a sudden she's dealing with a high value man who talks to her about marriage. Because if that is the case, why did she call in to Kevin Samuel's show? And why did she call in talking about some broke man who she would have to settle for because he doesn't have any money? Who cares about this broke man that you are asking Kevin Samuels if you have to settle for, if you got this high value man over here talking to you about marriage? And if she had a high value man talking to her about marriage, the hell is she watching and calling in on the show for? Furthermore, when he told her, you don't get to have money, you ain't fine enough for money, she would have interjected and said, I beg your pardon, I have a high value man right now with money who is pursuing me and vetting me for marriage. But she didn't say that. It's way 10 minutes down the video that she's talking about this supposed guy here. All right, let's move on.
I want you to understand, this is what the issue is, because I've talked about this for a year and a half, because men will deal with you. What man of value, who is a high value man recognized by other men of value, What man that fits in that category is seriously vetting you to be a wife today?
I'm talking to someone now. I've been dating this guy now who's pretty high value, and we've been talking.
How old is he?
He's 51.
What makes him high value?
He owns his own car dealership, and he has multiple businesses. He owns houses. Right? He's doing pretty good for himself. He's probably not rich, but
ma'am, being high value is more than just money.
he got a good head on his shoulders. He got a good personality. He take care of himself. He work out. He don't even look like he.
Oh, Jesus Christ, ma'am.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing that. Usually people who work out, they want other people who work out. And Kevin Samuels is just like, okay, so this guy has multiple business. He has a head on his shoulder. He works out. He's talking to you about marriage. And he's like, okay, so I don't know how, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know if this guy exists, y'all.
I'm trying to be reasonable, but it's more than just money. And I'm saying a man like, okay, why would a man, how can I say this without sounding rude?
Kevin, just.
I'm trying to, why would a man who has this going on, and what state are you in?
I am in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, I just said state. But anyway, why would a man choose a woman like that? Okay, if you say he's high value, when I talk about high value, it's not just money. It's over a period of time. It's what you do. It's also men of value must recognize you as a peer or a potential peer. You got to have a network of high value men and others, and you must be useful to others in a group. So you judge a man not just on his money, by his network, by other men who say, yeah, that's a man of value. He's a mover or shaker, a most eligible. Okay, man, but these men don't settle. They don't settle. They don't get women who are, there are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high value. But here's one thing that they do agree with me on. They don't take a woman with children. They don't.
Interestingly enough, Kevin Samuels married a woman with a child. He said he won't do it again, but he did. And all of the women that I know that are currently married, they have children. They had children prior to marriage. I guess he's talking about these men that make, like, you know, the top 10%, like, you know, yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see. If I was a multi-millionaire and I could have anybody I want, and there's one that has a kid and one that I can have my kid with, yeah, I could definitely see how that is the case. Okay.
I've had men who vehemently disagree with me on a lot of things. They don't listen to me, but unanimously, we don't take another man's children because that's not even in their mindset. They don't. So you ladies can call it what you want, and I'm thinking, how long have y'all been dating?
2 weeks.
That tattoo on her chest is really unattractive to me. I like, to me, a tattoo of someone's dead mother, you know, their name, or, you know, a tattoo of their kid's name, something like that, a little butterfly, something like that. You know, I personally don't like tattoos, and I've never slept with someone that had a tattoo anywhere on their body when I was younger and I was out there. But, like, I'm just looking at this tattoo on her chest, and it's really like, wow, and it's all on her chest. Like, she didn't even think about how, well, I don't want to offend anybody with tattoos. You know, some of them are sexy. I think that when they start to get old, though, like hers, oh God, that looks so bad. It's hard to even look at her with that big tattoo on her chest like that.
I said seriously, but considering you to be a wife in 2 weeks, ma'am. Yeah.
I said we've been talking about it.
Ma'am, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. That's it. I said, what man of value who's recognized by other men of value is seriously betting you to be a wife? And you said this man, you ain't known this dude for 2 weeks.
From the streets, I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, ma'am, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Because you'd be lucky to get an average man. He would be settling for you.
Damn. You know, again, I don't know about you, but I have always appreciated the truth, because I was with someone for 10 years and I left and never married him because he wasn't ambitious. And I never got higher than that guy. And had Kevin Samuels been telling the truth the way he is now, back in the day, I might have made different decisions. I don't think so, but I'm just hypothetically saying. You know, when somebody tells you the hardcore truth, it's really, to me, it's refreshing, because now there can be a pivot in your life. You can say, okay, these are the cards that life dealt me. All right, now let me do the best that I can to play my hand. All right, so let's move on.
He would be settling for you to have to deal with you, 2 children from somebody else. Yes, man, that's why. Because
Say something.
you asked, let me finish.
Oh.
He'd be settling for you.
Wow.
Because you,
Because I got 2 children.
amongst other things, yes.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a good person to get along with. So.
That may be, ma'am. That may be. You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfect.
Okay, let me say this, all right. I have been with really good-looking people with fucked up personalities, and I've been with people who were, I know I'm average, but I've been with average people too with really beautiful personalities, and me personally, I would take the beautiful personality over the fine person, because a fucked up personality and disposition is a turnoff, right? Now, this woman, to me, she's beautiful on the inside, and she's humble. Now, another content creator said that she was arrogant and she wasn't listening, but I like her personality. I most certainly could kick it with her. Like if she maybe put some makeup on and got her shit jumping off, I think she would be real cool to kick it with. So yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the person, so whatever.
And more physically appealing.
Oh,
That's fine.
So that means, man, by definition.
he said, let's
See,
take
kinda
this
men
back
you
a
ladies
little
talk
bit.
about you want,
Let's take this back a little bit.
You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfectly lovely people who are childless
Wow.
and more physically appealing.
Ooh.
That's fine.
So that means, man, by definition. See, that's the thing. The kind of men you ladies talk about you want, they are rare.
Okay, let me say this, all right. I have been with really good-looking people with fucked up personalities, and I've been with people who were, I know I'm average, but I've been with average people too with really beautiful personalities, and me personally, I would take the beautiful personality over the fine person, because a fucked up personality and disposition is a turnoff, right? Now, this woman, to me, she's beautiful on the inside, and she's humble. Now, another content creator said that she was arrogant and she wasn't listening, but I like her personality. I most certainly could kick it with her. Like if she maybe put some makeup on and got her shit jumping off, I think she would be real cool to kick it with. So yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the person, so whatever.
They are, for every man that falls into your category, there are thousands of women that want him. He can only have one wife. That's why.
You telling he gonna have a lot of wives? I mean,
No. You're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot of. You're gonna cheat a lot, but you're gonna have one wife. You can only marry one person. It's called bigger. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
All right, so thank you all so much for joining. You know, as you can see a bigger picture of her size. Yeah, she's definitely maybe a size 15, 16, maybe at 13, 22, and yeah, but a warm person, and I thought she had a lovely disposition. But yeah, I think that Kevin Samuel's truths to women is just like, to me, is priceless, because again, when we kind of accept okay, let me take a hardcore look at myself and let's see, where do I fit on the scale? Okay, now that I know where I fit on the scale, how can I be competitive with trying to maybe not get a high value man, but a man that is high value for my category? All right. She just felt like she deserved somebody, with money. Completely delusional. No one has ever been honest with her about how she really looks, because men, they really choose women aesthetically. And yeah, so anyway, thank you all so much for joining. Leave a comment in the comments section. What part of this really resonated with you? And send me a link if you want me to react to a video at pinklessons.com, okay? Take care and watch the rest of the videos that we have for you, and subscribe. God bless.